I don't see the keep a press conference and say Vybz Kartel come, Beenie Man come, Massacre come.
I also want to thank the other entertainers that I have seen doing their part, as a Kartel.
50 miles per hour or 80 kilometers per hour is our top speed on the Jamaican highway. And I get stopped all the time by the police. I think they know my car now because I never feel like I'm driving above that. But here's the thing. I know what 185 miles per hour feels like. And that's what Melissa brought here to Jamaica. And at that speed, you're talking about a Formula One race car. If you feel that thing drive past you, or you're talking about a bullet train slicing through the air. But Melissa wasn't racing past Jamaica. It was racing through us.
So Prime Minister Andrew Holness, for the first time since Vybz Kartel got released from prison, acknowledged Vybz Kartel today, and we're going to share the video. Also, we have Lisa Anna basically explaining what happened during the hurricane, what Melissa brought to Jamaica, and give some very valuable suggestions moving forward. And we're going to share that video. If you are new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Help us to get to 1,000 subscribers. Also, leave a like on this video, drop a comment, and let me know which side of the world you're watching the video from.
I don't see the keep a press conference and say Vybz Kartel come, Beenie Man come, Massacre come, Spice come, Movada come, Swagger Benz come, Turbulence come, Javinci come, and say thanks to take shame out on the eye.
So we see Footer did that live yesterday, calling out the Prime Minister, saying not acknowledge none of the entertainer them who was the first responders in terms of helping the western parishes that got affected by Hurricane Melissa. Right after that, like Footer did the live yesterday, and today we see Prime Minister Andrew Holness spoke with Ramesh, and during that little session, he acknowledged the artists that play a big role in helping the needy, giving care packages and so forth.
Big boss.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I've been following you on your pages, and I see that you have been around the island. I see that you have been delivering care and humanitarian support to several communities, some of the worst affected communities. And I want to thank you and your team, because I see you have a massive team behind you.
Big up to my team.
Yeah. But I also want to thank the other entertainers that I have seen doing their part, their contribution. I don't want to call too many names, but some of them immediately come to mind. I see Kartel, I see Spice,
Ding Dong,
as Ding Dong, TJ,
yeah, man. Sean Paul, Shaggy,
of course, Sean Paul, Shaggy,
all of them. Massacre, all of them.
Sasko, yeah. As Buju.
Yeah. Everybody has stand up, man. Bounty, Beanie, all of them. All of the dancehall family, them really have stand out. Even the smaller names, them, I can see that everybody putting out and reaching out. So it's not a one thing. The entire music fraternity, from reggae dancehall, Jamaican people, them, you know, they really stepped up.
Well, tell me, what's been your experience like?
Well, my experience has been, boy, touching in so much ways, because I love my country and I love my people. I travel the world, and Jamaica does come with a different feeling and a different vibe. But going into the places that get damaged, I haven't gone everywhere, but I've gone to a lot, because I don't just stop on the main and give away stuff. I go in the areas and I go door to door, and if somebody's zinc off, I give them some zinc or some tarpaulin. If somebody needs some ply, I give them some ply. I've given out more than 7,000 care packages. I've used more than 500 zinc, more than 1,000 tarpaulin. So it's been a lot of work, and I have to thank the Jamaican people and the people overseas and the artists as well, because a lot of them gave donations, as well as my company jump in. But it's been rough out there, but the mindset of Jamaican people is what keep you going, because them always happy, them always jovial, them always find a way to overcome stuff. I just want the people to know that we can't live like this. We have to move on. We have to continue doing business. We have to continue opening up our factories. We have to just
move towards returning.
We have to go, and it will gradually, slowly happen. But if we just make this hold it down and keep it down, it will never happen. Yeah. So we have to just keep moving.
But that's the spirit, and that is commendable, and that's what we want to see. That people who are influential, people who have made their name from the culture, and who have represented us, that they give back. And I think that is excellent. I think that is very good. And I want to commend all Jamaicans who have used their own resources, their own initiative, and have gone out to support Jamaica's relief effort. It is very important.
Very, very important.
Very
because
important.
you alone can't do all of the work, you know.
Yeah, no, well, you know.
This destruction, you alone can't do all of the work. I've helped you.
Well, I need help.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, you know, the government can do it all alone. I want to again thank you for your civic mindedness. Thank you for popping by and telling me of the work that you have been doing and the work that your friends and colleagues have been doing. I do see it, I observe it. And again, I want to thank you and all the members of the entertainment fraternity who have found it possible to give support. If you can continue to do more, please do. We know this is going to be a long haul, and working together in partnership, we will be able to bring relief to the Jamaican people.
And I want to thank you for being a great Prime Minister. Eh?
Thank you. Blessings.
Big up.
Blessings.
So even though Vybz Kartel wasn't the first artist, are not the only artist to help out, many believe that it's a big deal that the Prime Minister finally acknowledged Vybz Kartel since he got released from prison, because so many other countries acknowledge him and basically welcomed him. Many believe Prime Minister Andrew Holness should have done so from a taller time. However, he has done so now. Also, we want to big up Ramesh because Ramesh was one of the first to jump out and start helping the needy. Head straight to Black River instantly, and some other artists supported as well. Too many to call just one name, basically, as the Prime Minister Andrew Holness. And this is a good thing, that Andrew Holness is acknowledging these people, and I'm pretty sure when them give out award again, a lot of people are going to get award for humanitarian and so forth. So it's a good look, people. Anyhow, we're going to move on to Lisa on a video now, because she are going to explain some really vital things in that video and some really good suggestions going forward. And y'all can watch it and let me know your thoughts and this. Tell me if you agree with her in the comment section.
50 miles per hour or 80 kilometers per hour is our top speed on the Jamaican highway. And I get stopped all the time by the police. I think they know my car now, because I never feel like I'm driving above that. But here's the thing. I know what 185 miles per hour feels like. And that's what Melissa brought here to Jamaica. And at that speed, you're talking about a Formula One race car. If you feel that thing drive past you, or you're talking about a bullet train slicing through the air. But Melissa wasn't racing past Jamaica. It was racing through us. And unlike any race car, you can't steer or slow a hurricane. You can only hold on and pray it passes. And many people don't understand what that means, because Jamaica isn't flat. We are a country of dense mountain ranges and ravines, rivers and valleys, of people living on hillsides, on riverbanks, and deep within the lush, beautiful mountain terrains in the bush of this country. So when a Category 5 hurricane crosses that kind of terrain, it doesn't destroy evenly. It devastates completely, and whole districts just vanish. You might not have been able to even see them from the main road in the first place, but you'll never see them again. And people tucked into those mountain folds and coastal edges are thrown into a land blender that few of you can even imagine. Even those who were prepared for this lost everything. And then you ask yourself, really, how do you secure a roof against winds that can fling iron like paper? So when I say this storm changed us, I don't just mean physically. It stripped away the illusion that any of us are separate from each other's pain. And yeah, me, like so many other Jamaicans, families and overseas missions, were on the ground, and this is not easy. But before I go any further, I want us to remember, because not so long ago when COVID hit, it wasn't just a health crisis, it was an economic one. And we learned that close to 60% of low-income families and 53% of women lost employment. And when they lost their employment, we also learned that half of those who had savings said it could only survive for 2 weeks. And 30% of those said it could only last for 1 week. And 18% said 1 day, because people don't shop the same way. Some people buy daily to put food on their table. Some people can't do a big shop. And so nearly half of the children affected during that time lived in rural parishes. And back then, we could still reach them because the roads were open. The phone system worked and they had electricity, but this is different, and they had water. Because Hurricane Melissa has impacted over 650,000 Jamaicans, approximately, over 5 parishes. And if no one has told you, many of the homes in Westmoreland are or were built of wood, built over generations, hand by hand. Sometimes, if you did drive go Westmoreland to some places, you see people with houses on the back of a truck. Just move from one place to the next place. Yeah, that's how the things set in some parts of our country. And these homes honestly didn't stand a chance, many of them against 185 mile per hour winds, because if that's slamming into you, it slams through you. And on Sunday, for example, it took me and my family 8 hours to deliver, not even to deliver, to get 1,300 meals to transport it from Kingston to families in Westmoreland, because people are on the roads. Remember, there was one lane traffic. I was helping to clear some of the roads with the 4 machete them in my car, and I buck up, ministers on the road, clearing roads for 2 lanes. But it took us 8 hours, and you can't blame people because they're trying to get to their families. But when we saw that and the trucks coming in, it showed me and my family something important too, that we have to regroup and find new and smarter ways to reach those people who need the help most. And that is what we're doing, because we live on an island that faces hurricanes every single year, and we rest on an earthquake fault line. So every single year, Jamaica, we are open to these disasters. We take it for granted, but we are. So as we're looking to help immediately and rescue and search, we have to simultaneously start thinking, how are we going to rebuild roofs and restore light as we temporarily put people in shelters? We must also now be thinking about the future, smarter homes, smarter infrastructure, resilient communities, because recovery is not only about replacing what we've lost, it's about replacing for what is to come. And at the same time, we must simultaneously move our economy forward on a parallel track. We have to be in motion, helping on this side and moving to make sure we don't financially shut down. Because guess what? There are over approximately 175,000 tourism workers, directly and indirectly, who work in this industry that live between St. Ann and Westmoreland. And they are the backbone of that industry, and they feed thousands of families. And the winter tour season is here, basically. And we have to find a safe and practical way to start reevaluating and opening so that people can also start working again to rebuild their lives. So any way you take it, this is an unprecedented crisis, and we have never faced something like this before. And we're learning together, and it's time to start, documenting, because every crisis holds an opportunity for a breakthrough to build better and fairer and stronger. And so while I might not be an MP, I will always be a Jamaican first. As long as my heart beats, I will work for this country and work wherever I can. And because this is not a sprint, it's a long, determined journey, and one that, it takes heart, endurance, focus, to shut out sometimes the noise, and an unshakable belief in our collective responsibility to one another, because people are anxious, they're tired, they're uncertain, they're cut off, they're worried about what comes next. That's why we must use every tool we have, including social media, not just to showcase and to show what is happening, but to coordinate, to guide relief, to share verified information, and to remind people that they're not alone. So in the coming days, I will still be on the ground. You can guarantee that I don't even have to show you, just know. And I will continue to help, but I'm only going to use my stories and my social media platform for one reason: to highlight where help can be found and to amplify the work that others are doing in the same way. Because this is not about one person, about one parish or one post. It's about all of us. It's about rebuilding not just our homes, but our sense of belonging to each other. Because Hurricane Melissa, it may have bruised us, gashed us in our island deeply in a way that is painful. It's like you're cut with belly bottom and we're holding it like this. But we are not going to break our spirit.